Man, this office is really empty. I should probably get a painting for it. Luckily, I have just enough items and can easily find the crafting recipe to make one. I'm pretty sure it can't be too expensive. What the fuck? Hello everybody, I'm Martian999 and welcome back to another mod showcase. Today's gonna be just enough items. But you saw the title, so you probably already knew that. Now, since this mod is so small and I obviously would not have enough time to actually get anything useful from this video, I thought I might as well give you a tour of the lab first, since I'm pretty sure at least one of you is wondering what it looks like. So, we'll start outside. Is this recording still on? So, as you can see, this is Mars Lab, aka the Mod Lab. Not some science lab. I mean, for crying out loud, we had a Waystone mod, and that is not science. So anyway, this is what the entrance looks like. It's not that much, and I really didn't want to put any redstone lamps on here, because then I would have to add a redstone trail all the way up here. So I just put torches. And anyway, so all you gotta do is walk down here, and then you're in the entrance hall. Now over here is just the light switch for the hall. And then we have the entrance. As you can see, this is the waiting room for anyone who visits the lab. We currently don't have any chairs. And that's just the room for, you know. I'm too stupid to understand what this is called and what kind of employee usually works in there. Is it an intern? I'm not too sure. And then there's another light switch. And back here we have the main section of the lab. First up, we have the break room. Completely empty. Don't even have any employees here, so not that important. Next up, we have my office. As you saw from that intro, very empty. This entire lab is really empty if you didn't know. Anyway, next up, we have the arcade, as you all know. Very first mod showcase. In here we have the chest. There's nothing in it. We also have the counter, the prize counter. Then we have all the arcade machines from the first mod. Over here we have the brewing room, where we brew all the potions we need. This room was so expensive I couldn't afford any potion ingredients. I'm actually completely broke. So yeah, we can't get a whole lot done. I'm lucky enough to get enough to do these mods in the first place. So now that that's finished, it's time to review the mod. Alright, so this is what it'll look like when you first install the mod. Over here you have the bookmarks, and over here you have the config. Now the config doesn't work right away. You actually have to open it, the overlay first. Now this is here just in case you don't want this during your mod showcases, such as me. So, all you gotta do is just press Ctrl and O, and then the menu will open up. Now, let me show you how this works. First, you'll start here, and basically you can scroll all the way down, and it will include all the items in the game, including items you couldn't normally access, such as the structure block, command blocks, and barriers. It'll also add these versions of water and lava in block form. It also has the knowledge book and stuff. Now, when you scroll all the way down, you'll just go back all the way to the top. And the arrows up here are basically the same thing. You'll notice that all the items from mods, including items you couldn't normally access, like stuff from the arcade mod I didn't know was in here, like the coin pusher machine and the arcade mod invisible dot name whatever it is. And yeah. That's how that works. Anyway, down here you have basically the normal creative mode inventory search system. So I'll just put in arcade, and you will notice every item with arcade in its name will be here. And so that's how that works. Now let me show you something else. If you left click, it will bring up all the crafting recipes for an item. But if you right click, it'll show you every single use for the item, including the fuel and how long it smelled. Meaning it can smell 1.5 items, and it'll even show you how long it really lasts. It'll also show you all the things you can use it for an anvil and enchanting. Well, not enchanting actually, because that's not really how this works. So you can do this for every single item in here, except for items that don't really have any use outside of anvils, fuel furnaces, and of course, well, crafting. Now, as you saw, if you go to an item such as this, it will do the exact same thing. It will show you all the things you can use for it. Now, as you see here, the arrows once again are just to show you all the different options. So if you want to search for an item and what you can use it for, this is how you do it. So that's pretty much it for that part. Now you'll notice these plus buttons right here, the move items. Well, I'm gonna have to get a few things first. So you can see that I have 7 sticks. I'm going to try and craft a ladder. However, you can do this by going here, and you'll notice the plus button, the move items. Now, there will be several warnings, such as missing items, in case you're missing some of the items required to craft it, and of course, and of course, in case it's too big for a 2x2 crafting grid. In that case, all you gotta do is move over to a crafting table, and when you do press move items, the items will instantly move to the crafting table, and you'll be able to craft whatever item you want. So that's a pretty cool feature, but there's other features in store for you. If you notice the bookmark here, hover over an ingredient and press A to bookmark it. All you have to do is hover over an item and press A. It will then be bookmarked, so you always have it over here. Now when you close the overlay, it will of course close the bookmark. You can also open it and close it here as well. Of course you cannot open it if the overlay is closed. So it's only open as long as the overlay over here is open. So that's pretty much all the features outside of this. However, if you go over to config, one more thing, also you just have to press A over here or over here to unbookmark an item to get outside of the bookmarks. But if you'll notice, this is the config menu. Now there are several options, such as cheat mode. Now if you know the mod not enough items, you'll know what this does. So right here, it allows you to get items instead of showing the recipe. Now what this means is you won't be able to access the recipes, but you'll be able to get the items out of it. So if this is set to true, you will be able to grab any item. Left click or right click, or of course, press the scroll button, and you will get the item. This is not true if it's set to false, and of course there's the usual configure options over here. Next up we have hide ingredients mode. This will allow you to hide ingredients you want to get rid of. So let's say I choose stone. I turn it off, and you'll notice stone is completely gone. But if I go back, it's back. Of course, all you gotta do is click it again, and you will be able to see it. This is just in case you want to get rid of any recipes or items that you don't really care for, like maybe bedrock, or in case you don't want some of the creative mode specific items. Next up we have the center search bar. This will allow you to move the just enough item search bar to the bottom screen. The bottom center of the screen. Stupid words. So if I turn this on, it'll just move it over here so you have more room for the items. But if I turn it off, it'll move over here. This is just so you have more items on the screen at once. Honestly, yeah, it's not really that much. It's just more for convenience if you like. Just personal taste. Next up we have give mode. Choose if just enough items should give ingredients directly to the inventory or pick them up with the mouse. This means mouse pick up inventory. So I'm not too sure how this works because I don't test my mods beforehand for some reason. So I honestly don't know how this feature actually works. Like, wait a minute. I'll get back to you on that. I have figured it out! Apparently, it works with cheat mode. If you left click, it'll give you a whole stack. Right click, it'll just give you one. Middle mouse button will also give you one. So, this is just basically for cheat mode up here. It, for some reason, doesn't say it, but it's there. Anyway, next up we have max overlay width. This is yeah, this is just for like the width of the overlay, and this is the height. So it's just how large it is. And then this is a mod name format. Basically how the mod name should be formatted in the tooltip. So you'll notice blue italic. You'll see that below each name is the mod it's from. So this is from the arcade mod, as you can see. This is just like to choose which kind of font and color you want it to be. So if I chose red italic, I go over here and you'll notice it's red. And of course, you can set it back to default if you want. Next up we have search options. Obviously there's things such as color, search mode for colors, creative tab, search mode for creative tab names. There's mod name, and basically this is all just like just stuff in case you want to search for certain items. It's basically just extra things in case you want to help with your search options, such as resources, tooltips, and stuff. And then there's apply globally. This is obviously for servers. So yeah, that's the mod. I should have chosen a better mod. I had to pick just enough items. Of course. Why did I pick just enough Hold on, what am I gonna do with this stuff? Burning things. Burning things in the lava pit. Yeah. Anyway, that was just enough items. I don't know what to say. I mean, it was a small mod. I mean, do you all really need a mod showcase for just enough items? I mean, look at it. It's something so simple, you could have figured it out yourself. And apparently I thought, oh hey, you know what? Maybe I should just make some stupid mod showcase about it. Because I'm lazy, and I don't want to do any big mods, because apparently I don't like doing big mods, because they're effort. I don't know why I do small mods. Am I just that lazy? Probably. Anyway, I hope you somewhat enjoyed that video. Well, I hope you hope maybe subscribe, and at least comment, okay? I'm gonna go take a break.